We're on. Thanks, Richard. Today is Friday the 24th of February 2022, and in today's little session, whilst we're not up the mountain, Richard has been, we're going to have an agenda. I've got a piece of paper.
Oh,
How about
great.
that? Yeah, come round.
Oh, let's have a look.
Yeah, what have I got there? Anyhow, we're going to talk about the weather forecast.
First one is buy Richard beer.
Well, you know what? Let's kick off with beer.
Oh, yes.
Why not? Because lots of people are asking where to go, where to have fun. Last night, we went to Pub 360, didn't we?
Yep.
How did that go, Richard?
Splendid. I sampled the Guinness. They got a whole new batch of Guinness in and a very fancy pump system as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one or two of those. It's very good. But I was at the gondola here at 4 minutes past 8 this morning.
Okay.
Bright and breezy.
So before we talk about the conditions up there and the weather and everything else, we're just going to say to everybody what we must say every time, because it keeps all of this going, the app and everything else, is to please book your discounted transfers, discounted ski hire, snowboard hire and lessons in the app or on book.bansko.com, because we need you. We need you to enjoy great service. We've just had some real nice thanks from people who recognise this from the lessons. Very, very enthusiastic.
5-star rated app.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I've never rated your app.
You haven't, I know. You see, and that just proves I don't ask friends to rate the app. There you go. So maybe now's the time. Finally,
I'll give it 1 star.
Thank you. That's good marketing, actually. 1-star reviews. No, please give 5-star. Honestly, otherwise people don't find it. So yeah, thank you for everyone who has supported the app. It's actually 10 years old, the app now, and the blog's 13 years old. So thank you for everyone who supported it. But that's the way to do it, to book your stuff. And it's not just because we're saying, oh, just book it and it's no good. It's really good quality. We've been dealing with Ski Mania, Ski Hire Partners for 14 years?
Yeah.
So we do know actually the quality of service. We help influence things. And if you're an advanced rider and you need a good advanced board, they've got some very nice new ones this year, very fancy brands.
Yep.
Burton and NG, is it NGU? You know
GNU.
GNU, sorry. And of course, skis. Yesterday I was on the head cores, which I like very much, something wider to deal with the mountain, because it did get cut up a bit yesterday, didn't it?
It did.
Towards the
It
end
was
on the
quite
piece.
lumpy
Yeah,
and
it was.
sugary down in Chalin Valog.
It was sugary in Chalin Valog. Say that after a few. So, you got up early on the first gondola lift after a big night out in Hub 360 and Amigos as well.
Amigos,
You did, didn't
yes.
you? Wow.
I had a few drinks in Amigos, and step by step, yeah,
They're on form, were they?
they were very good.
Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh,
Tiny.
fantastic.
Must be about 5 years old.
5 or 6 maybe, yeah. Amazing.
Better than me. Oh, look at this guy here.
Yeah. Well, Richard's just saved a sledge bombing down by itself.
Yes.
Someone let it go. So, by the way, if you first time watching these videos, you will see we'll show everyone the mountain, shall we?
Yes,
Behind
yes,
us.
yes.
So there it is, the beautiful
And there's
Curran
the snow
Mountain
line as well.
and the snow line. So come around here, Richard, please. Yeah, so everyone can see you. And you need to tell us, you were up there first thing.
Yeah.
How were the conditions?
Very good.
Really?
The piece was fantastic.
Yes.
It was really, really nice. Off-piste bits, safe off-piste bits, were already kind of blown out from yesterday.
Yeah.
Excessive use. I did try a few, but it was hard going.
How'd it go?
The ski road, for me, it was fine. It was really good. It was fast, but it is really icy and solid. And
Solid,
I think
yeah.
some of the beginners were struggling a bit.
Yeah.
But hey-ho.
That's the way it is. The time is about 12:15, and there's no queue at the gondola
No.
at all. Just to let you know, if you fancy a day like this, actually, depending what type of ski you are and what you're doing, and if you're going to learn to ski, well, you could just buy a half-day pass.
Yes.
Come up at 12:30, save
Yep.
some cash. So that's an idea for you. There's loads of chat about how to avoid gondola lift queues. This is going to be less relevant next week. There will be some queues next week, but as we move into mid-March, which is our favourite time.
I've got a good tip
yeah.
there.
Yeah, go on.
We haven't spoken about it before.
Okay.
But if you are a snowboarder, so
Yeah.
you've got comfy boots like I've got on,
Yes.
walking is not an issue,
Yes.
and the board's not too heavy. If you don't have a fast track VIP pass, and you don't want to queue, as I spoke to one lady this morning, 2 hours the other day,
Or take a taxi.
Or take a taxi. Yeah. No, this is a new tip.
Yeah.
Use what is referred to as Shanks's pony. Walk. You can walk up to Chalin Valog and it would take 35 minutes.
Perfect.
Why not?
Why not?
And you would be one of the first people on the lift system.
Exactly. So, good tip. Think about that. I'm not sure how many of you will be taking up that idea of walking up here first thing in the morning, but some of you may. Let me know in the comments if you decide to do that, how you got on, because some of you got back from a busy week last week, and some of you will be going back tomorrow. Let us know in the comments, how did you find this busy holiday week? So, okay, let's move on. Actually, we were talking about the app, and actually it's 10 years.
Yeah, you've said that already. Yeah.
I know, I have, haven't I? I know. But this is the 701 YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
So we've had 5,200 people like it, and we need a few more people to subscribe, so subscribers. We've got 30, oh, are you on Facebook? We've got 37,000 subscribers to the Facebook page, and we have 3,000 on the new Facebook Bansko blog group chat,
Okay.
which some people like, it seems very active. We have Instagram, 4,000 people, and Twitter, my favourite, 4,000 of you there. So, if you do like the social media stuff and you want to find out information, then there's that. But of course, if you want to remain more anonymous and private, you control that. You can chat in the in-app chat. And sometimes we say things there because we can be anonymous that perhaps we wouldn't put on, an open forum. So there's that. So thank you for everyone who's liked and shared. What else have we got on the docket? We have, weather. This is the important bit, isn't it? Look at that. We've got some sun poking through, Richard.
Yeah, very nice.
It is nice. Shall we just, let's just walk up here. So weather forecast, Sunday night, Monday, I think we're going to have around about 15 centimetres, maybe a little bit more depending where we look.
That's a lot.
Which isn't bad. Because we had about 25, or you reckoned a foot yesterday on yesterday's video. Check that out.
Yeah.
When we were just underneath Bundersihka 1 lift. So that was pretty terrific. But then it gets interesting because I think Tuesday's 1st of March, which is that time where you'll see the blue and yellow bands being given out. And the first day of spring. But hey-ho, weather doesn't conform to a calendar. It's going to be really wintry. We're going to see some cold temperatures. And that's a good outfit, isn't it?
Like a chessboard.
Chessboard, isn't it?
Yes.
I know what you're about to say. Don't say it's a family show.
No.
Okay. So
Queen to King's Pawn 3.
Indeed. Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe another 5 centimetres of snow and getting really cold. -15 it will be up there now. Don't know about the wind. It could even feel colder. So I'm going to give a plug out to AG Sports. All the stuff I wear, the craft, thermal underwear and long johns. They're a nice mix of merino wool, keep you super warm. And all the gear that you need. You can get there, including the jacket, Halti brand, Blizz, goggles and helmets. So if you haven't really got much gear, you've been away from skiing for a bit, no worries, you can get it at a very good price here in Bansko. So yeah, think about what gear you need to keep yourself warm.
Listen, whilst we're here,
Yeah.
you passed the Sport Hotel just on
Oh,
the left.
yes.
That's Igur. It's an Armenian restaurant.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yeah, it is.
Really good food. Different, but nice.
Oh, could go there tonight.
We could.
Take a few pictures. Let's check it out. We
Yeah.
haven't been there yet this season. No. And that's another great segue. You're really good at this, to talk about restaurants. Because last night at the Irish Harp, it was crazy, 26 walk-in people who got pushed away. They were full up. And over 15 calls. People called to try and get in.
I'm there actually. It's tomorrow, Saturday, isn't it?
Yes.
The rugby.
Yes.
England versus Wales.
And you're smart because you booked.
I booked.
Yeah. Now, if you haven't booked, you won't get in. So just go to the app and book. And then you've got your table. You know it's going to happen because many people walked a little bit further than, It takes about 8-9 minutes sometimes to walk there. They got there and they couldn't get in because you can't get a place stuffed full of people standing around by the table. So, think about booking. Costello's getting very popular. We like that very much, didn't we?
Top class food.
Yeah, and that's getting popular, so be sure to book that. It's more premium, but that chef Manos from Crete, he knows his stuff. Really does, doesn't he?
And if you're here for a week, it's nice to treat yourself for
Yeah.
one night. Something special.
Something special. I
Particularly
absolutely.
if somebody else's
Exactly, Richard. Or a birthday, or something to celebrate.
Yes.
There's always something to celebrate.
Indeed.
Transfers. I've just had a message from someone desperate for a transfer tomorrow. You know, guys, you need at least 48 hours notice. We're absolutely full, particularly for this Saturdays. We need really 72 hours notice. We're just totally full, and that's it. It's the way it is these days. There's a limited number of people who you can have to drive you. And just to say...
And if you do
Yeah.
leave it to the last minute, someone told me yesterday,
Yeah.
they went outside at the airport, hailed one of these yellow cabs,
That's
they
right.
charged them 200
Lev.
euro. Was
Euro.
it Lev?
It may be euro even.
I think it was 200 euros
Yeah,
for
okay.
a cab, one way to Bansko.
Yeah, so you're going to pay dearly for not booking up ahead.
Yeah.
Good point indeed. So I think that's all I've got on this. It's an amazing forecast, I think. I don't think we could want for anything more. We're going into March and it's getting colder, not warmer. And that's what we want, by the way. We need it cold. Because this got a bit icy because it was warm yesterday afternoon, then it got cold overnight, and that therefore freezes. That said, as you said, at least it's quick getting down, isn't it?
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, it should be a good week next week. You've got some friends coming over, well,
Yes.
mutual friends.
Hello, Mr. Denham, old school friend of mine and indeed Lance's.
Yes, and Carrie, your lovely wife. Hello, Carrie.
And son, George.
And George. Yep. Looking good. Many people are asking about April, finally. What will it be like in April? It's scheduled, at any rate, to end on the 10th of April. Well, we're going to need enough snow for that, aren't we?
There'll be 8.75 centimetres of snow in April.
You're absolutely right, and it'll be sunny in the morning and a little bit of cloud will come over. So we don't really know. I'd leave it maybe a bit more last minute to book if you're really, focused on the skiing. I know Freddie will finish university, and he's just going to have 2 days at the end of April, and I'm going to make sure it's going to be as skiable as possible for those last days. It was a good party last year, you weren't there, but the last day is the fancy dress.
The bikini party.
Indeed, so grab your bikinis and you'll enjoy the
On
ski
your case,
down.
the mankini.
Maybe. We can't treat our viewers too much. Right, I think that's all we've got to say today. It's been... Ooh, snow in the distance on the Rena Mountains there. So we should have a little bit, maybe a bit of sprinkling of snow, we'll see. And thank you for being so patient, those of you who've been queuing this week. That's the way it is, as I say. If you can sneak in a little short trip, take a bit of holiday in March, I particularly recommend it. And if you do need those lessons, I say we've had to turn it down, many people who needed lessons last minute, so do book up. It's getting very full the back end of next week and the week after. So that's all from Richard and I. We are going to go and find some lunch. Yesterday we went to Casa de Papa.
Yeah, it's very good.
Excellent. That's just across
The Glasney River.
Glasney River. So there's the car park. Maybe you can't. And the Bansko Royal...
Regnum Hotel.
Bansko Royal Towers, really, isn't it? Just up from there. So, yeah, very good. Lots of options for food these days. I think it's got better, really. Yeah.
It has.
Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll ask Richard to press the off button. See you on the next one. Oh, remember to like, share and subscribe. Bye for now.
Ciao, ciao.